What is going on, Movie Meals? Movie Meals, we're back. We're back, baby.
Yeah, we are.
Uh, Thank you, Meal Meal patrons. Kimberly Karen, go get some merch. Shout out to my boy, Pokey Raj Roy, who said still rooting for us to get to that 2K. What a stud. What a goat.
Thanks, buddy.
Are you kidding me? When we put in barely any effort, we still get this support? Are you kidding me? Man, remember when we used
No,
to every
they.
now and then get 1,000 view videos because we did trailers, and then Kyle manipulated his way to us never doing trailer reactions again?
It's so nice, isn't it nice though? Like some trailer reactions were fun, and then some were just.
I saw the second trailer for Project Hail Mary the other day, and I was like, that would have been fun to react to. I wish I knew it. I didn't even know it had come out. That's how busy of a week I've had. We're just old. I mean, look at these bags. Just can't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should not have upgraded my camera because now, as I've gotten older, the bags under my eyes are way more noticeable than when we first started out. It's
Yeah.
bad, man.
Either just don't update the camera or just stop aging.
I think I can control one of those two things.
Fair enough. But yeah, we don't have a lot on the docket today, but what do you want to start with, Kyle?
How about we kick things off by you mentioning Train Dreams? It just came out on Netflix, right?
Yeah. I heard it was a possible Oscar contender. Heard it was really good, so I didn't know anything about it. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know anything about it. Never heard of the movie. Didn't know it was coming out. Saw a couple guys I follow talk about it, and I was like, that sounds excellent. So I finished the movie I had been watching. I finished that, and then popped on Train Dreams, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. It is old school storytelling. It's a slow burn, a tragic, heart-wrenching story. What
is it about?
It's about a man who loses it all, Kyle.
Tale as old as time.
That's exactly what it's about. It's about a man who loses it all, going through grief.
Okay.
It's very good. Felicity Jones, it is great seeing her back after The Brutalist. You see her in a supporting role like in Train Dreams. I think she would be deserving of a nom. Joel Edgerton would be a great nomination so far. I mean, I was blown away by this movie. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those that is like really good but gets kind of swept under the rug. But I hope it gets a little bit of some recognition. I was blown away with its. It is a very simple story told in an old school Hollywood way. I felt like that was just nice. There were so many shots because they're outdoors. So much of just you could tell that they were like, give me a camera that doesn't need we're not going to edit nothing. Give me a good camera, and we're going to actually just show how beautiful the earth can be without CGI. And I was blown away by the cinematography. I really, really dug it. It really got me. For a movie that was a slow burn, I felt like I never wanted to take my eyes off the screen. And maybe that's just me, but I really, really enjoyed this movie. It is a little hidden gem right now that I don't think enough people are talking about because I didn't even know it was a thing. So
no, I'm trying to go through my head I'm trying to go through my head, and I don't know if I remember hearing about this movie or not with Joel Edgerton. I don't know, but I want to check it out.
On your watch list.
Did I put on my watch list? Maybe I have heard of it then.
Your little icon and Julie's little icon is always there. Yeah, your little Kyle. I'll prove it to you.
No, I'm sure you're right. I just really did not remember.
Movie Meals Kyle or Movie Meals Al, Movie Meals Kyle. You're not gonna find better reviews than mine. Lists. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Let's see. Train Dreams. There you are. Right there. It's not in focus, but that's you, pal.
No, but that does look like me.
That's you.
Weird. I don't remember putting that on there. That's funny. Clearly I did hear of it before and then just spaced my memory. But that old school flavor of storytelling that you're saying is something that I think I need right now. Need a good dose of
It was
that. That
good.
sounds good.
It had it's Joel Edgerton, Felicity Jones. I think it's Carrie Condon is has a small role, and William H Macy
Oh.
has a small role in it, and they're all very
Oh.
very good. Would love to see a William H Macy get a little supporting nom. Like it was really good, man. I was really blown away with how much I enjoyed it for the way it's told and the way it was structured. I was kind of pleasantly surprised. I thought I would like it when I heard it was real. I heard the short
Mm.
synopsis was like, okay, I respect these pundits. I respect who I'm listening to here. Let's check it out. And
Mm.
yeah, great pick. Sounds like it was better
That's
to go to this
awesome.
than Wicked, apparently. So
Yeah, I'll find out about Wicked next week.
and maybe one day I will, since I
Did
wasn't
you saw the
invited to
first
the
one, right?
showing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay. I just rewatched the first one actually.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
movie mills,
Feel about the same.
wife
It's
invited
fine.
people, didn't invite her husband to go. Big movie guy, got a podcast all about it. Been doing the channel for 10 years, about a decade. Don't get the old invites, so I'm gonna take the dog to the park. We're gonna go drown our sorrows in the mud. Well,
Maybe don't drown your sorrows in the park.
you're right. Drown it at the liquor store.
There you go, buddy.
You're
You're
listening,
doing all
kids.
right.
That's a place next to a Chuck E. Cheese.
The liquor store is
Yep.
cool. America's great.
Anyway, let's talk Pluribus, episode 4.
Yeah, I caught up.
Spoilers for episode 4 of Pluribus. We're gonna get into it here. I thought another good episode. I do think the kind of initial shock slowed a little bit in this episode. I guess maybe not the initial shock. I don't know how to word it.
You're settling into like how
Yeah,
weird this is. Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of like we're getting used to it. So she is. So I think I've seen some people say that episodes 3 and 4 are really bad, and that's just a poor take. They're not really bad. It's a very good show. Every episode I am definitely glued to the screen wondering what's going to happen next. But like
Mm-hmm.
everything, like the ending, man, when she drugged her, are you kidding me? I was like, this is a great plan. I like this plan. Like it seemed like
Yeah.
it was working. Like when she was setting up to do it, we were sitting there watching like, is this going to affect everybody? Like, because they
That was
talked
my
about
thought too.
drinking, but she didn't really drink when they did that. Like maybe they can all, maybe it's because they all can handle it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if somebody's really good at handling their booze and like, does that affect everybody? Does that make everybody good at it or bad at it? But
Sure.
it only
Yeah.
seemed to affect her. But yeah, that was a crazy ending, man. What did you think of this episode?
Uh I did catch up with episode 3. I did dig episode
Right.
3. Episode
Episode 3 is
4
good.
though, I thought showed our main character to be a very smart individual and very logical. Which was a nice you know to like get more of that trait from her to be able to believe in her like possibly solving all of this and whatnot. Yeah, her drugging. Um, oh, I forget that other woman's name now, but the drugging idea was a nice touch. And it also was interesting when she did it to herself first,
Mm-hmm.
and it reveals like that she used to like take heroin herself
Yeah, that was a
because of
crazy
like
short line.
yeah, but before that she like was well she was reminded of it, but like the audience found out that she was taken to a conversion camp at like 16. So you're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh okay, this explains a lot of like how hardened of a person she is, why she like puts up a tough exterior, like a lacking of trust. It was really
Yeah,
hard for her to find growing up. So between that and just showing like she feels she has nothing to lose, like then and now, she just is wired that way as a person. It just shows more about her character, which I really liked. But it also made the premise of this episode more intriguing and had me holding my breath because, yeah, you're right. Like there was ideas through my head of like, how does drugs affect like a hive mind, uh,
yeah.
species?
Can you break
So
off of
and
it?
yet
Like,
and yet at the end of the episode, I almost felt bad
yeah,
for them because they all were also crying and scared because the one individual that they
Yeah.
see being drugged and scared was also going to cardiac arrest, and it's just oof.
You
It
know,
yeah,
it
almost a tough watch.
two things on what you were saying there. The show 4 episodes in has done a really good job of like what is the character's name that is like her let me find out. What is her character's name? The girl she talks to in the hive
It
mind.
starts with a Z. I just always forget.
Yeah, I do too. Let me see. She'll be at the top billing. Zosha. Uh
Zosha. I wanted to say
we
Zola.
I feel like they've Vince has done such a good job with the writing and the way he's crafted the story that I think Carol is starting to view Zosha as not one of them, and I think we are starting to view Zosha as not one of them fully. Like, there's a reason she went
Okay.
back to go get her, and I think it gets from like that scene is so good at reminding us that like this is a really scary thing that actually has like happened. Like when they all are around her crying, but like we feel like you were saying, like we feel bad for Zosha, but like everybody else is around there and it's like this is a scary event. Like we're nervous for Zosha because we've grown to like that character and it's like I don't know, it's just really really good writing. And I like that this episode 2 has expanded on her character to where she has realized she needs to calm down and that she needs to start actually thinking about what is happening logically. That enough craziness
Hmm.
has happened, the initial shock is starting to wear, that I like that she showed in her house that she had a double whiteboard for her to write out her ideas of her novel. And the first whiteboard shows all that. She doesn't
Hmm.
erase it. She moves that one out of the way to another one and then starts writing, all right, what do I know about all of them? And then starts figuring out different things to attempt and do. And she starts with this first one. I I really like that this is the direction we're going. And I
Yeah.
liked the cold open with the guy.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
think that was also really good because I think like this season's got to end or something with like him meeting up with her and like that will be the events of season 2 is them finally coming together, the two that don't trust what is happening here, but
Yeah.
him like not trusting it so much. Like I'm just so curious, like does he hasn't spoken to them like at all, so does he think that they are a threat and they're going to fully kill him when everybody else is like getting to have the whole world at their beck and call here, you know what I mean? Like it's just
Hmm.
so interesting. They've set up, Vince has set up for us to really be so interested in what is happening next week. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
What do you think about the reveals about Helen's thoughts on her books?
I thought that was a great conversation. I thought that was
Yeah.
a great moment in the show. Yeah, I loved it. I
Mhm.
thought like the actor they found and like the decision for her to pick him because like of the presentation of like what that character would be before he's taken over, if that makes sense. Like she
Mhm.
picked that person who was there for a reason, and then for her to find out like okay, can they lie or can they not, and to find out they can't lie, they have to tell her the truth, but they will try to kind of skirt around the truth if they can. And like for her to find out such like painful things, I just thought it was really good. It was really well done. It was very similar to the end of episode 3. I thought was another great conversation of her being like, well, I want a nuke, give me a nuke. And they're
Mhm.
like, we could do it. And like, oh, it's just so good. It reminds you of all the great episodes of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul when they're just talking, and you are
Yeah.
so enthralled in what is happening right now. It's just incredible. And Carol's not
Absolutely.
likable. Like Carol is not likable. She's not someone we want to root for, but we kind of do, which is a lot like Walter. Like we want to see what this person's going to do next, which is just it's Vince's bread and butter, which is how he's able to write characters that you like are bad people. Like she's kind of like a bad person, but we're rooting for her because it's like we
Well,
want her to be.
not even like a bad person morally, but just a bad person in terms of like someone you wouldn't want to hang out with at a party.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like she's a bummer. But when
Yeah.
you see the reveals, you're like, oh, I
Yeah,
understand why you
exactly.
are a bummer. Like
And
the
it's
cards you were dealt were not very good
yeah,
ones.
and it's interesting the way he's writing her compared to somebody like Walter White. Like it's like they're so different but so similar at the same time, and he just really is a master at
Hmm.
creating worlds and writing characters. And I'm loving the show, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode, man.
Yeah, me
You
too.
good?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
What's
Uh,
next?
do you want to talk about our letterbox picks, or should we jump into Stranger Things?
Whatever you want, boo boos.
How about we save the letterbox thing for last? Let's dive into Stranger Things. You want to talk about it like season by season? Because I did a rewatch in 2 weeks, and you've been doing it at a
Yeah,
much better
this guy
pace.
over here. This guy is such a turd. This dude right here. Everybody on Movie Meals needs to understand that I told Kyle, hey, to get in the spooky season leading into October here, I'm going to start rewatching Stranger Things. So I took
Which was a great idea.
the week or two to watch season 1 and then season 2. So it's been 2 months since I've watched season 1. And we
Yeah.
just finished season 4 like maybe 2 weeks ago. And then Kyle, right after I finished, texts me and goes, you know what? I've decided the hype is getting to me. Everybody talking about it suddenly is bothering me, not just Alex. I had to have more people influence me. So I'm going to now binge as much Stranger Things as possible. And I really want to talk about it on the podcast, Alex. That's what Kyle did to me. After I don't remember the events. It's not fresh in my mind. Only season 4, and every day it fades. It fades from my mind, Kyle. He texts me all the time. He's like, man, episode 5 of season 2 is just so good. This exact moment, 40 seconds in, or 25 minutes in. Don't you remember specifically that moment, Alex? No!
Meanwhile, you're putting out fires in your classroom.
Yeah.
Like 5 of them. I'm such a great friend, everyone.
It's true. I'm just playing. Yeah, we can talk about it. I will need refreshers on certain things in season 1 though, because there has been.
I'll try my best to remember stuff too.
It should be in the head. I've got the episodes pulled up here too. Hey, the thing about season 1 that we just don't talk about enough is just the clear fact. All spoilers for all Stranger Things. The clear fact that Vecna was never the plan in season 1. Okay, I want to put that all to rest because when season 4, no, they've come out in interviews now and said so. That they came out with the idea in season 2. That I just remember when season 4 came out, that was what everybody was saying. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they really set this up. They're just so clever. And it's like, no, they're George Lucasing it a little bit, not a lot of it, but a little bit. They're like, and that's good. The show is good. It has done very well. Every season is good to me. There are no bad seasons of Stranger Things. But I like to point that out. And boy, the turn they made for Steve, it's incredible. Steve's so mean. Season 1, he's so mean.
Yeah,
writing things up on movie theaters. Mean. Breaking Jonathan's camera. Granted, Jonathan also a little creepy, bud.
You're a weird little guy, man.
Weird little guy.
Weird little guy, man.
Weird little guy.
Let's fix that, buddy. Let's fix that.
Let's fix it with endless amounts of weed in season 4.
That's all he needed. But we're jumping the gun on that part.
Kyle,
season 1.
Big structure.
For myself, I did become a little surprised by
the spooks.
How much rewatching season 1 flashed me back to when I was first watching this season, because it reminded me on how such of a pop and how such of a surprise and how much of a phenomenon this show became like overnight. And it also blew me but it also blew me away on how rewatchable that first season is. And it's like easily the best season to just breeze right through because you are hooked in from like the beginning of every episode to the end of every episode. It's structured very well too, just like the mystery of it all, but yet like you're learning like the little things about all these kids, finding out about like this bigger mystery of Hawkins. The child performances, man, like they are really good performances. Like it's no wonder that this show popped the way that it did, because these kids are just, you love them.
It is
crazy. You love their you love those kids, the faults and everything. And
what is crazy about season 1 that I noticed by the time you get to season 4 is that some of those kids regress. They were better when they were younger, and they struggle. A few of them, honestly, I think Millie Bobby Brown the most struggles by the time we get to the end. Granted, there are some great moments, and I do think she is a good actress, but I do think like I remember being blown away by her performance, a lot of the performances in season 1, and that becomes less of a moment for me as the seasons go on myself.
For
Dustin,
sure.
though, is one of the constant great performances every season. You can't
I
take your
agree with
eyes
that.
off of whatever Dustin's doing, which is why I think killing Dustin in season 5 would hit harder than everybody else because nobody expects it to be him. Imagine he
Yeah,
goes
what's
out the same way Eddie went out, bro.
I mean, it possibly could be like that.
The back.
Dustin Dustin is such a good character, not because like he's funny and smart and he honestly like gets everyone together and takes stuff seriously, but um I think you don't see him having like a father in his life. You only see him having like a single mom. So him befriending like all of the older teen characters is,
It's cool.
especially like the male ones, like he's looking for role models or like just friends that are almost father figures, and even like those older male characters become like father
Dude,
figures, especially Steve, who
dude.
Steve has a crazy good arc, not just in season 1 but for the rest of the show. He's
And
great in it.
season 1, he was originally, the consideration was that he was going to die in season 1, and they
I
changed
heard
it
that,
after
yeah.
Joe was hired because he is so good. Um
Hmm.
but I originally it was supposed to there was supposed to be an arc like that, and it was supposed to go to the actor that played their dad, Will's and Jonathan's dad.
You could
Uh
feel them trying to do that, yeah.
yeah, and I remember when we watched season 1, it was like, because the Duffer Brothers get so much flack for the length of time between their seasons, because like season 1 and 2 came out only like a year and a half apart or something like that, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, it was
seasons
quick.
2 and 3 got a couple years, and then seasons 3 and 4 also had the pandemic, I think, play an effect, but uh have a bigger gap. But they are very smart, and they, I think, are aware of, like, we want to tell our story. They do something that I think a lot of people in Hollywood are not doing right now. And granted, I could change my
Oh,
opinion on season 5, but I think they are very aware of what everybody is saying. They pay attention to what people say, in the media and stuff. But they're like, oh, like they might hear like a fan theory or something. And they go, oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Let's maybe work something similar or something like that in. But they do
hmm.
not feel like they are held to the fans' standards, and they put a lot of passion into it. Like coming out of season 5, they've been talking a lot like, we don't want this to be the end of Game of Thrones. We want people to be happy with the ending, but we also want to stay true to
Excuse me.
what we're making. And I think you can see that in all the seasons, and especially in season 1, the amount of passion they have. Uh
In
but
season 1, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. Season
um
1 is so much more horror-esque too, I think. I think seasons 1 and 4 are the most Stephen King feel than all the others. There's always an inspiration for different horror elements in the show, but
yeah.
season 1 has it, like, I remember watching it being like, yeah, the spooks are being spooked. They're delivering. I remember why I liked this show when it first came out. Like, it is spooky. The Upside Down, I honestly don't think is more scary than in season 1.
It's more red in the
Oh,
later seasons.
yeah. Okay. I thought you were about to say in season 1. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, by the
No,
time you
no,
get to
not in
season
season.
4 and you really see the dimension and like in the inside, it's like, all right. But when season 1 and parts of season 4, it's like, it's good, man.
Yeah. Season 2 is just mean. Do you want to jump into season 2 then?
Oh, we can. Are we doing it all in one episode, or are we saving one season per episode?
No, I thought we were doing it all in one episode because
Sure.
first
Well, do you have any
quarter. I
more
mean,
thoughts
what?
on season 1?
Um, yeah, I think the adults,
They're
um,
good.
they're really good. Hopper's a great character. Um,
Hopper season
I'm
1 is so
is
good.
goaded.
And I
Yeah.
saw an interview with him because, the press is happening since we're getting the first part of season 5. Still dumb that they do this.
Mhm.
Um, but they would lead up almost to Christmas Day if they just released the 9 episodes weekly. Like every week we'd be talking about Stranger Things. It just does not make sense.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
he was talking about how like nobody cared in season 1. Like we didn't have pressure, so like it was so fun because you could just kind of do whatever. Like we were
Right.
having fun with it, and you can tell. Hopper especially, you could tell. Like some of his one-liners in season 1 compared to the other seasons are hilarious. because
Yeah.
he is just so chill. Dude, when he in season 1, when they're in there and he's like, Jonathan, can you use this? And so with the shotgun, and
Hmm.
he's like, no. And Nancy just comes in and she's like, I can. Our boy didn't even hesitate, Kyle. He throws it to her. She grabs it, boom, pulls it up. It was like, oh man, we love a good girl dad in this household, Kyle. We do.
Yeah.
We love a good girl
Nancy
dad.
Nancy is badass.
She
Like she's
is.
throughout the whole show too. I mean, she is obviously like more what is it, timid or not timid, but just quieter in the background of things in season 1, but she grows a lot over the course of the show.
She
I
does.
think I like her character.
I do too. I like Nancy. She's not. I
Yeah.
don't put Nancy, I think, in my top 5, but I do like her. I think
Right.
they struggle a bit with figuring out what to do with her. I think in season 4 a little bit, but at the beginning,
Yeah.
to
The
be
show
honest,
does have you go.
oh, I was just gonna say, like, sometimes the show I had to like sit back and be like, wait a minute, I thought Nancy graduated. Oh, she's still in high school. Oh,
That happened to me too.
yeah, like
Cuz like season 3 or 4, she's like running
4,
the high school.
season 4
Season 4, she's running the high school
paper.
newspaper,
Yep,
but she's not. Can you do that while you're in college? I don't
she's
know.
not in college. She's a senior.
But she had an internship with the paper. Oh, so she wasn't
That
the
was
same
over
age
the
as.
summer. Yeah, that was over the summer.
Got it. So she wasn't the same age as Steve was then.
No,
Okay,
Steve is a year older because we were so
got it.
perplexed by some of the like, because they do say it in season 1, but it's so fast because it's just one line or it's like barely mentioned. Like, oh, I just asked out an underclassman. Like that's all Steve might be saying. Like, and
Right.
we just aren't registering it. But like we had to
Yeah.
stop and like Google it. We were like, we got to make sure we have our. Like I thought Nancy. Like this just doesn't make sense. And they age like the actors that were playing the older high school kids were in their early 20s and now they're in their
Yeah.
30s. So it's like
For
they
sure.
do take a little bit more of a jump compared to some of
Mhm.
the younger kids. You can kind of get it a little bit because growth spurts can
Yeah.
be so insane. Like it's like, oh, Nancy doesn't look like she should still be in high school, but
You're right.
yeah.
Right. My last thing for season 1, the hype for Barb was ridiculous.
Justice for Barb.
It was ridiculous.
Well, it's Kyle. It's not that they're. What do you mean? It's because in season 2, they
Just
don't even talk about her.
it was so. I just remember it being so massive for a character that clearly wasn't ever going to stick around. It just made
Yeah,
me
I
laugh
think
just
it was.
remembering about it.
I think if I remember right, though, the Justice for Barb campaign started because she like was such a
Died so
big
quickly.
point for Nancy. It was that she was such a big plot point for Nancy in season 1, and then she's like not really talked about in season 2, and then they
She was
bring her up
talked
in
about a lot
season.
in season 2.
Is she? Then I wonder.
Yeah.
Then maybe I'm misremembering too. But yeah, no, the real Justice is Justice for Bob. Joyce
Agreed.
moves on pretty freaking quick.
It
And look,
pained me.
we
It
love
pained
a
me
girl
then, and it
dad.
pained me now.
We love a girl dad, but Bob ain't know how to handle or Hopper doesn't know how to handle these boys. Bob does.
No.
Okay, Bob does. Bob looked at
Bob
Will
does.
and said, "Hey,
Bob cared.
when
He gave
Bob's
bad
driving in
advice,
the
but Bob
car,
cared.
hey, what bad advice?
Well, it wasn't bad advice. It just goes horribly wrong. The advice he gives to Will in the car, where he's like,
Great
I
scene.
finally just kept having these nightmares, and then finally I just stood up to the nightmares and yelled at them to leave me alone, and then they did. Which is good advice, but
Yeah,
Bob doesn't realize what
know
he's in
this
for.
is real. They can't tell him it's real. Bob thinks
is
he
correct.
is just having nightmares and being bullied. Bob is like, this is me. This was me as a kid. When Bob steps up to Hopper and goes, oh, you know how to change the system? I'm a nerd, pal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're making fun of Bob. Like, Hopper walks up. He's like, oh, you're hanging out with Bob from high school, that nerd. And it's like, all right, Hopper. You were so cool.
He's got a
in season
401k.
1. Yeah, Bob. Are you kidding me? I'd go with Bob in a heartbeat, Hopper. You're going to go to Russia because you wanted to be a bigger movie star. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, Hop? Do you remember that?
I remember. I saw his abs in season 4.
There's a reason that season 3 so feels like he is dead because they weren't gonna bring him back. He didn't.
No, and they shouldn't have
come back.
They still shouldn't have.
I like Hopper though, so I'm always okay with Hop being around.
Yeah. Season 2, Hopper is still very good. I just think the mystery with the pumpkins is fine. You know,
Yeah,
it wasn't the interesting part of the show.
every season there's you always have one of the adventures that you do like slightly less than the others.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
all the characters are so good that I think they are always entertaining. Like I think the Russia plot point in season 4 is just they just had to do it because he was filming Black Widow and he didn't
Yeah.
want to come back and they wanted him to come back. So that whole thing just doesn't feel great, but you love Joyce, you love Murray, and you still do like Hopper so much that you are into it.
Uh,
Oh, stop.
I
Murray's
don't
so
like
funny.
Murray.
Oh,
I don't like Murray.
that's because you are Murray, Kyle. You're the Murray in my life. So you're watching yourself every day.
Ugh. No, thank you.
Are you kidding me? That scene when they're at the
I don't
dinner
like
table in
Murray.
season 4, I laugh. I belly laugh every time
Oh,
when they're
he's
sitting
got his
there and
funny
they're high.
moments.
Oh, I like
He's
Murray.
got his funny moments, but as a character, I'm like, there's nothing else there. I just don't have an
Justice
attachment.
for Murray, or justice for not Murray, justice for Bob, and justice for the Russian dude who helps out. Okay, in season
Oh
2,
my god, speaking of overhyping
or is that
characters,
3? Is that season 3? Is
that's
that
in
season
season
2?
3 with that Russian scientist. If we're talking about overhyping characters like Bob, we gotta talk about overhyping that Russian guy.
What was his
What
name?
were we on where we were like, this character is too good? He didn't need to die.
He was adorable.
He was fine.
He was adorable. Kyle,
He was
you hate
fine.
all the characters that are a lot like you. Okay.
I'm exactly like that Russian that's
Yeah,
learning
you're
about
always
capitalism.
solving Russian problems. Are you kidding me? Alexei, that was his name. I remembered it before I had to Google
Alexei.
it. Big fans of Alexei. I'm a big fan because it's almost Alex. Okay?
The
So,
character I want to be talking about is Max, because her introduction in season 2,
great.
she's the best, one of the best characters, no
Yeah,
doubt. One of
they
the best actors
I'm
too.
glad that they led away from the idea of because I do think in season 2 they do kind of use Max a little bit to be like, who's Max gonna get with? And like she's
Yeah,
roller skating or skateboarding around Will or Mike, and like it's kind of like, and I know it's to build tension between Mike and 11 and all this stuff, but yeah.
right.
Um, season 2 is the one where they make out a lot, or is that season 3? Season 3, right? Season
Mike
2.
and Elle make out in season 3.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, Max and Lucas
Great
don't.
pairing.
They are a great pairing. Like
Great
they
pairing.
have great chemistry. They're a lot of fun to watch. They're definitely the much more chill couple, especially in season 3, which I had a kick out of. I like seeing the juxtaposition between their relationship versus
Yeah,
Mike and
I will
Elle's.
say season 3 though, my least favorite part is all the kid drama. That's my least favorite storyline. I cared about what everybody else was doing.
Sure,
And
I
season
get
3 is
that.
the rats. So, which is crazy because I didn't care much for Jonathan and Nancy running around their internship with the rats, but boy, Billy. Honestly, let's just talk about the introduction of Max and Billy because they're both
Yeah.
incredible in season 2 and 3. Like they are the reasons you stick around. I know
Hmm.
everybody, and I'm sure Kyle agrees. Uh, people are being too harsh. You don't have to put one down to put one up, okay? Dacre Montgomery is a great actor. He didn't need to be the Human Torch. Joseph Quinn did a great job. Relax.
Oh, is that a
Relax.
comparison that
Oh,
people
it's
are
a
making?
huge point right now as everybody's been rewatching. I've seen it a ton. And it's like, I wish he would have been my Johnny Storm and blah.
He would have been a good Johnny
Joseph Quinn.
Storm.
Nah, Joseph Quinn. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I didn't see his movie. Okay. But I think we don't need to put one down without the other because we'll get to season 4.
Hmm.
But Joseph Quinn's really freaking good in season 4. It's crazy. We'll get to it.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
No,
like season 3,
Daiquiri
he's great.
crushes. I forgot how good like he pops in that show because he plays such a despicable character.
He does.
But he just has like such movie star charisma going on. Like despite playing such a bad character, you're like I know like I am definitely not rooting for you. I don't like you, but yet I want to keep watching you because you're a part in all of this. just from like not even like a supernatural aspect in season 2, but just in like how it messes up Max as a character so much, and like how it's affecting everyone else in the group while they're trying to solve supernatural stuff. That they're like, oh great, and here's Billy that's gonna ruin our lives on top of that. Like it's yeah, it's such a great. Both he and Max from Sadie are great additions.
I want to know when did season 2 come out?
Jeez, I don't know, 2017.
Season 2. Let me see. Season 2.
I'm trying to remember when season 1 came out. Was that 15 or 16? Maybe.
Season 2.
God, this was a lifetime
Season 2
ago.
started October 27th, 2017.
I think I agree with you, Alex, about season 1 and 4 being the most like horror influence. I think season 2 is in that category, but it's just meaner. Like the things that Will goes through are just
I think
hard.
yeah, no, I think every season is horror coded, but I think
Mhm.
seasons 1 and season 4 are very Stephen King coded. They're very covered in I mean, they've been talking a lot how every horror, but Stephen King in particular, has influenced them. You can easily tell that with the kids. Like that's the big thing
Oh yeah,
Stephen King always does. But
yeah.
like season 4 is just so specifically that Vecna is Pennywise. Like that is their point. Like the way the killings are happening, the fear, everything is just pretty much straight Pennywise. And
Mhm.
watching Welcome to Derry makes at the same time as like I start that as we're finishing season 4 of Stranger Things, it's like it's just so clear cut how coded they went with Vecna here.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, season 2, um Max is great. The Trick or Treat episode I think is great. It was so the cool
Yeah.
thing about season 2 is season 3 is they did follow along a holiday. Like they had an episode, a Halloween episode in season 2, and they
Mhm.
release it around Halloween. They do the same with the 4th of July in season 3.
Yeah, they
So
did do that. Right.
yeah, and then they stopped. And I think the biggest mistake was putting this, unless Christmas is a big theme in these seasons, I feel like this should have come out, at least have done Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas instead of the New Year and everything. But
Right.
they
Well,
just
and
want
at the end of season 3, like ash falls from the sky and it almost looks like snow obviously, so maybe
yeah.
it is leading towards Christmas.
You mean
I don't know.
season 4 or 3?
Sorry, season 4.
Yeah, because that
That
would make
happens. I actually haven't watched any trailers or anything at all promotion wise for season 5, so I am going in blind. I have no idea if it.
it's
No idea.
it's crazy. I don't really have any idea of what's going to happen either. I've seen a couple of the trailers, but I don't know. I don't have an idea because the
Okay.
episodes are so long. All these episodes are projected to be an hour and a half to 2.5 hours.
Oh
I think the
Lord.
finale for sure is around 2.5, which is why they're putting it in theaters. Um,
God. I was gonna wait until season 4, but it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Those run times are way too
I
long
disagree.
as the show progresses further.
Never
You're
felt
a
it was.
television show. Keep it
Never
to a
felt it
television
was.
format. If you need to add more episodes, fine. Add a few more episodes.
I mean, yeah, you
Yeah,
can do that. They do forget that. You could shave off the half hour in every episode, and then you've got another episode.
yeah. There's places to stop. Like I don't and yes, it's on streaming, so you can turn it off. You don't have to like watch it the whole way through. That's practically what I was doing anyway. I just think it's weird, man. Like it's clear that the hype is so massive that they think it needs to feel big, including the runtime. And they also want to do
I
movies. Like clearly
disagree.
they want to be doing movies as well, which I get
I,
it, but you're
I
on a
disagree
television
with that first
format.
take. I I do think yes, they want to be making movies. I think part of the reason that these episodes are the way they are is because of Netflix. I don't think it necessarily has to do with them. I think Netflix wants them to be structured this way.
Probably so that way they can say like, look how long people stayed on Netflix. We have
Yeah.
the total billions of numbers to
Yep.
prove that people love Netflix. But it's like, no, you made
But we're not going to share
television
them.
bloated.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did. I mean, yeah, but we'll
that's
see what they
perfect
do.
too.
Where did they move to? Paramount? Is that who they signed it with?
Oh, their movie deal? Yeah, that sounds
Is
right.
it
Paramount's been
Paramount?
making moves lately.
Well, that's bad because now Paramount we're not happy with.
Well, no, but they're a greedy corporation. Of course, we're not going to be happy with
So
any of them, Al.
my last point on season 2, I love Will being a spy. That scene where he's in the hospital bed, everything with
It's
Bob is
oh god,
incredible. Oh man,
he's so
he's
good.
lying. He's lying. I
He's
know
so good in that season.
and he regresses. I think he's one of the kid actors that
He
regresses a little
does.
bit. He
He
regresses in
does.
season 4. He's got good moments. The car scene in season 4, he's crying. Like
For
there's
how
some
much
good
that
moments
gets
with
memed.
Will.
How much that
Yeah,
gets memed. That's a good moment. Like when you
but I
watch it
think
in context.
it's very good in season 2. And there's also it's hard to watch a kid be strapped down in a hospital gown on a hospital bed
It's
yelling.
mean,
Like
man.
it's
It's a
just
mean season.
it is, but that whole plot point is good. I remember when season 3 came out thinking season 3 was better than season 2. They are
I
the
did
same
too.
season. They are the events and everything that happens. The best parts about season 1 and 4 is they are actually just different things are happening.
Yes.
Like season 1 and 2 is almost exactly the same thing. And that's always
You
been an
mean
issue with
season
2 and 3.
sorry,
Sorry.
you said
Season 2 and
yes.
3
Okay.
are pretty
Yeah.
much the same plot points. Um
Yeah.
Slightly different, but
Can I mention something real quick?
sure.
I skipped over episode 8 of season 2.
Boo.
I didn't bother with it. I didn't
Boo.
bother with it. I feel like I
Boo.
missed out on nothing. I
Which
skipped over
one?
it. It was the one where Elle meets like her
Yep.
siblings.
Know your episodes, pal. It's episode 7, not 8.
Ah, okay.
Yep. Yeah, we say a big boo because that's a bit ridiculous. You didn't do a full rewatch. You lied to me for weeks. You're not a trustworthy person anymore. I just can't believe that. I watched it. There is, and I want to talk about that. Okay, I remember thinking season 3 was better than season 4 after rewatch, and I didn't rewatch seasons 1 and 2 leading up to season 3 when I watched. Or sorry, I'm messing up all the seasons. I thought season 3 was better than season 2,
I did
and
too. Yeah.
for years, I think a lot of people did. I think it's pretty clear that season 2 is better, which is
Yeah.
crazy because season 2 has episode 7, and it is very bad,
Yeah.
very bad. And you would
Yeah.
think it drags the whole season down, but it doesn't. But I
Mhm.
did see a point from just a comment on like somebody talking about Stranger Things that I thought that I agree with a little bit. And the point
Oh.
was, as much as I don't like season 7 or episode 7 of season 2, and as much as I don't like Elle's side quest, I did like when all the kids had slightly different abilities and they all weren't telekinesis and they all weren't the same power. And I agree with that take. I think
Mhm.
even in season 4, if they had just kept it where they weren't all doing the same tests on everybody and that kids
Mhm.
had a little bit of a more power structure, I think that is something like her power in that episode is cool. Her ability is different. It is a cool power and they do cool things in that episode with it. They also do some really bad stuff. But like
Mhm.
they hit like just in terms of the way they shoot it and everything. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So season 3, you're right. I remember thinking it was better than season 2, and on rewatch, I was really surprised by how much I enjoyed season 2 than season 3. I feel like season 3 tonally is all over the place and not in a good way. Like they can balance humor and drama
Yeah.
and horror really well in the first 2 seasons. Season 3 is just
And
a
4, I think.
wide gap between the two. I was shocked by that.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it is a little all over the place. I really don't like the kids having a lovers quarrel. Um in
Mm.
season 3, I don't think that worked very well. I do like that they are trying to push Elle's narrative of like, you know, that Mike isn't the only thing in the world. I like that they're exposing her to more. I like her relationship with
Yeah, she needs it.
Max. The relationship
Mhm.
with Max hits hard in season
It was
4
great.
because of what they set up in season 3. But there's
Mhm.
some stuff I will say. Let's jump into season 3 now.
Yeah.
In season 3, I remember be watching this in college, being like Hopper, what are you doing? They're just kids. Let them explore a little bit. And now I'm a 30-year-old man. Team Hop all the way. Get that lie all day, Hopper. Are you kidding me? Lie all day. Get this guy away from your daughter. Are you kidding me?
Mike is so annoying in this season, but I actually
Yeah,
do like him as a character for most of the rest of
I
the
do.
show.
I do
He's annoying
too.
in this season,
He is
but
annoying in this season, and
right, yeah.
I think like season 3 to me, the most compelling story is Chips Ahoy. and them finding the Russian base. It's the most fun, and it's the most
Yeah.
outlandish, and it is the
Yeah.
most fun. Those Robin, talk about, I mean, Max is a great addition. Robin is also a great addition, man. She
Yeah.
kills it. And those scenes and that bringing Steve all the way back to like he's still kind of that guy. Like he doesn't fully let go of being that guy in season 1, in
Hmm.
season 2. He doesn't fully let go of it. He lets
Hmm.
go of it in season 3. He becomes the character we really want him to become in season
Yeah, that's
3.
his arc. Hmm.
That's the best part of season 3. It is
I
Steve.
agree.
It is all that stuff. Yeah. No, it's really good. Although we don't get the iconic moment. We didn't talk about the iconic moment in season 2 where Billy walks out of the car. Am I dreaming or is that you, Harrington? Yeah, it is. Don't cream your pants. Oh, it's a great moment, man. When he plays babysitter, we love it. You know, in
Yeah,
season
man.
5, he's gonna die by being like, I've always been the babysitter. Ah! Or like,
Yeah.
everybody makes fun of what he's going to do is he's going to look at all of them and go, we've done stranger things. And then he's going to like run into the heat of battle or something. Like it's going to happen, man. It's going to happen.
Yeah, season 5 easily could head into territory where they become too self-referential and it just like becomes
Season
annoying and
4 or
cringy.
5?
5.
You
I
said
I could see
4.
season 5 get into that territory real
Yeah,
quick.
it could. I don't think it
Yeah.
will. They've done a good job of kind of towing the line a little bit. I think they've done a good job. I think they've earned the benefit of the doubt as well. I mean, they've put out great seasons. Like even season 3 is my
Yeah,
least favorite and it still is a banger. Like they're good at course
it's a lot of
correction.
fun. The mall set, honestly, I like the mall setting. Like the ideas that they're having with like utilizing the mall. Like
Eh,
I think it's fun. It's a nice touch, although maybe it is part of like the pigeonholing of like using the Russian plot and like not a lot of the um other plot lines like really working or fleshing well together, but I don't know. I think the setting is really good. It looks good at
I
least.
will say this though, the sauna, everything with Billy in season 3, I dig. I dig what Billy's got going on, man. When he's controlled by the mind flare and he
Yeah.
goes back and forth, he's starting this affair with Nancy's mom, maybe. Like he's trying to seduce her, and then he gets taken over by the mind flare. When he walks in and
Mhm.
he's like, I don't think I've caught your name at the dinner, and he's been controlled, and he's like, L. And you're like, oh man, you can feel the heat that the
Mhm.
mind flare's packing for L.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
yeah. Yep, yep, yep. But I love that stuff. The sauna
Mhm.
scene in season 3 is really good.
Oh,
It's
one of the
really
best
good
scenes
of the whole show.
of the season, if not the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
One of
No,
the episodes in
Daiquiri.
season 3 is called Pluribus. Let's
Oh,
go.
let's
It was
go.
L all along. Now I got to know what the
It
word
was
Pluribus.
it was L all along. I think season 3 is when it starts to lose me on how the adults are utilized in the show. Like Joyce and Hopper, like obviously they have good moments, and
They
but
do.
like especially in this season, like Joyce and Hopper together are just so annoying because they're trying to do that like lovers quarrel thing, but like they can't admit it quite yet, even though they want to. But man, it just
He's
gets
hung up on
grating.
Bob. Yeah, I don't think the hung up on Bob thing works. I think they push it a little too quick. But
They do.
then again, when they reunite in season 4, I'm happy as a clam, man.
Yes, because Hopper's alive, everyone's back together. That works for
Almost.
me, but not the relationship part. Like I maybe I'm too hung up on Bob, but I just am okay with Hopper and Joyce not being lovers, but
I
whatever.
mean, I think it could go either way, but I think their performances as Joyce and Hopper are so good that even when I am not in love with the arc they are going through, I am still enjoying watching them. So I
Yeah.
then they have good chemistry. But yeah,
Hmm.
season 3 also introduces full time Erica St. Clair. Are you kidding me? What an addition. That the sister is killer. She's hysterical in
That
season
actress
3.
is very good. She
Oh
should be in
man.
more comedies. Like
Yeah.
whoever, like her agent needs to get on that because she can deliver a line, man. She is.
She is so funny in
Yeah.
season 3. Um like her character is just good. I like the addition. And we have not given our true Our true flowers in every season to Natalie's dad. Okay. He's out here with some of the best one-liners in this show ever. Are you kidding me? Ted
Natalie's.
Wheeler with the
Oh,
glasses
Nancy's dad. Yes,
when
yes, yes.
he's
Okay,
just
yeah.
like, put them in the brick for a day. Let them figure it out, these kids. Oh my god. He is like the only character that like feels somewhat real. Like in a way. Like, but he just
Yeah,
does the most
yeah, it's true.
outlandish stuff at the same time. Like season 1 especially. I meant to bring him up in season 1. Like he gets some great moments that are just like funny, dude.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, he does do a good job.
he
You're
has no
right.
idea his wife's maybe gonna cheat on him and like all this stuff in season 3, but he just keeps pumping out one-liners like you wouldn't believe, man.
That whole plot line with Mrs. Wheeler possibly gonna cheat on him in like season 3, but yet it comes full circle, not just for like talking and relating to Nancy about
Yeah,
like wanting to
great
be their
scene.
own individual, but yet she like remembers why she loves her husband so much. It was a nice touch. It was a nice touch.
Yeah, the it's also crazy how much season 1 focuses on Holly and how they talk about Holly a lot. The third Wheeler kid, the baby. They talk about her a
Oh,
lot in
yeah.
season 1.
Yeah.
Barely talk about her at all until season 4, and then it's like suddenly we remember we have a third Wheeler kid running around.
Appar- Apparently in season 5 she
Yep.
plays a big role.
Yep.
A
Big
big role.
role. They said we're not introducing a bunch of new characters that you're gonna love like we've done every season, and then there's just 3 characters they've come out been like you've never seen them before, but they're important. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
the Duffer brothers do have an issue when it comes to their writing and always throwing in
new
more
characters, and
characters
then they
and
don't
new
know what to do with
characters.
all of them all the time.
Yeah, granted, you can hit it with like a Maya Hawk or a Sadie Sink, but the trend gets old even on rewatch.
Didn't they isn't the actress that played Sarah Connor in the new season?
Oh, Linda Hamilton?
Yeah.
I don't
Isn't
know.
she
Is she?
is she the
That'd be
one in the new
awesome.
season?
I mean, the '80s legend that you are.
If it's not her, she is meant to be. It is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She is going to be in season 5. She's in
Oh,
all 8
sick.
episodes, is what it says. She has 8 episodes to her credit on IMDb.
Oh, she's a government
She's in. Yeah, I think
something.
she's the one who comes in, but they, I think, picked her for the point of we want you to basically come in and be Sarah Connor.
Be
Um,
Sarah Connor's leading a no man's land situation.
you love
Yeah.
it. You love it.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Even though what I just said still stays true.
No, it's
Yeah, you
true,
bring
but
in Linda Hamilton.
you know that you're gonna be like, I like these new characters. Like you agree. Like
At
I
least
don't
one of
want them
them.
to do it, but like you always fall in love with like if they do it in season 2, Max and Billy, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, here we go. And then
Look,
okay, season 3, Robin. I'm in love with Robin. Like these characters are great,
five
man.
yeah, 5 new characters each season. I'll at least like 1 or 2 of them.
Okay, yeah, and
Those are the odds.
it's only Murray and Alexi so far, the new characters Kyle didn't like. What's another new character you didn't like, or is it just those 2?
Holly.
They
I
do.
didn't.
It is funny with Murray, and Murray gets fully introduced in season 3 or season. Yeah.
He was in season 2.
But that's my point. In season 2, he's like a private investigator and
Yeah.
kind of a weird guy. But
Yeah.
then they like don't talk about like in season 3, Hopper's like, I just know a guy and he's just a weird dude. Like they don't ever talk about the fact that he was a private investigator investigating all this. It's just they do. I
It
like
don't
though
matter.
that they are like, you know, we're gonna take this actor who's good at this thing and just kind of switch his character up quietly. I like that they do that when it works because
They're
it almost
loyal.
always works.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. Let's talk about season 4, man. Whoever
yeah,
plays Vecna,
yeah. He's
great
great addition.
job.
Yeah,
Great
Vecna's a good
job.
villain.
And that makeup work, like
Yep.
CGI in parts, but like the makeup on it. Hoo-wee,
Hey.
that's good.
Season 4,
Rips.
when they decided to go, we're gonna go it coded. It hits hard, man. When they're
Yeah, man.
dying and they're like with Chris. Hey, the Chris you wake up scene, the memes made it a little hard for that moment to still be impactful. But
I
it
guess I
still
missed
worked.
that then, but
You don't know
missed
the
those
Chris you
memes.
wake up. I don't like
No.
this song.
no.
The way
I
he
don't.
yells, "Chrissy, wake up! Hello!" The way
Yeah.
he says it in such a way that it is actually pitched well enough to go with beats, so people put it into a song form. How?
Oh,
That's because Kyle wasn't on TikTok for like 10 years.
yeah.
It'll get to reels
Sorry,
one
guys.
day when you're old enough. I bet it makes its comeback, man. But the scene for me overall did lose a little bit of street cred because I knew it was coming, but it still hit
Mm.
hard. Um,
Yeah, the it coded stuff I think is creepy, but it's filmed really creepy and done very well. But it also is a nice idea for explaining like how the portals get open again. Because like after the third season, you're like, we got to
how
keep
many
finding
times
new
is Elle
ways.
closing this gate?
Yeah,
Granted, in
but
season one, Nancy goes through a portal in the tree that is never explained and brought back up ever again. And
yeah,
even in season four, when Dustin is like, wait a minute, I think I know where another portal is. I was like, oh,
the
it's got to be
tree.
that tree from season one. And then it's the lake. And you're like, okay, what happened to the tree portal, pal?
What if it's the clock? The clock that was in that tree. What if it's the same
Yeah,
one?
maybe.
I don't know.
They're
Probably
good.
not.
It when you get to season four, it's like they sat down and said, "Look, there are a lot of things we've kind of forgotten about from season one. We need to go back and kind of bring some of that stuff back in." And they do a good
Well,
job doing it.
yeah, they dialed it in on being like, we finally have to explain some things, and I
Yeah.
think they do it very well. And I think a large part of it too is because of how they use Elle, in terms of like her getting back her powers, her reconnecting kind of with her terrible father scientist, um, and also just the inclusion of Vecna, which honestly kind of ties into season two in a way with like the other kids like being experimented on, like
And
not
they very
completely, but it's
briefly
enough to where
talk
you're
about
like,
the sister.
okay.
They
Say
very
that again.
briefly they have one line about the girl from season two where I heard she's like number 6 or something, or like
Yeah,
number I don't
yeah,
remember, but he's like,
seven.
it was when
Oh,
it was when 6 7. It was
I
when
didn't even mean to do that. I
it was
didn't even
when
mean to do that.
he like briefly is like, that was when number whatever was still with us.
Right.
And it was like, oh, so we didn't completely forget about the sister plot line.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I think I do like Elle's plotline in this season. I mean,
Yeah,
they
for
probably
me,
didn't need to write it where she loses her powers to begin with, but I don't know, just her finally
yeah.
getting like that dagger against like the people that abused her, and also tying into like the bigger storyline of like who is Vecna, how did this thing happen, yeah, just the movement of like the
I
overarching thing
will
that we're going after.
I will
It works
say
for me.
this. I'm gonna say this, okay? And this will talk about now that we're in 4, we'll probably talk a little bit more about ideas in season 5. We kind of hope to see. So, are you okay with this episode going a little longer?
Yeah,
You're good
yeah.
to start here, pal.
No,
We got to get you.
15 minutes. I still got time. Let's do it.
Well,
Hopefully, the audience enjoys this. Let's keep
yeah.
going.
Well, they in season I think they sat down when they were writing season 4 or when they're doing 3, and they I think decide we need like a real villain, and
Mhm.
so they have to figure out, how do we're taking away Elle's powers, how do we bring this villain in and get Elle's powers back? And that's why they come up with Vecna, and that's how it works. I do like the arc. I don't
Yeah,
love that they bring Papa back, but they needed to make Elle traumatic. um but I will say, I hope Vecna is not the actual final boss, because in my
ooh,
rewatch, I do not think he is ever truly set up to be one. I think the mind flare and this giant creature that has always been overarching, that gives Vecna his, like, extends his abilities, and he says, like, I take it over and whatnot. I hope, I am hopeful, and if they don't and Vecna's the final villain, I could change my tune when I see how it ends up. But I
mhm.
also, like, they have always had this three-headed dragon in D&D be
Mhm.
their big point. He's in all 4 seasons. He is referenced in some way,
They're
and
always
I
drawing
feel
him.
like the Mind Flare is going to eventually be this giant monster that they are going to have to finish off in the form of a three-headed dragon. And it's considered, I think, to be, there's a couple of massive three-headed dragons that I think in D&D are considered like some of the most difficult villains. and like iconic like stories you can have in D&D. So I kind of hope that is the case, because they even talk about it in season 4. Dustin says, what if Vecna is his 4-star general, the Mind Flayer's 4-star general? I think this
Mm.
giant Mind Flayer is still the main villain. I do not think it is Vecna. I think Vecna's a pawn, or a general, I guess. And I hope that is where they're headed, that it is a much bigger deal than just one dude who's still human in some way. Like, it's because he's got to be
Yeah.
somewhat easier to kill. I think it's got to be a bigger threat. And I think we're going to really, I hope we see it. But Vecna in season 4 is a great villain. And when the
Hmm.
cracks happen, Max actually dies. Like, that is all so freaking good. And
Jeez, Max is oof, brutal.
yeah,
You convinced me. I
thank
like that. I like that point that you made.
thank you.
It
Thank you.
makes me wonder then for the Mind Flayer if like he's gonna have like an entity that we see or hear or like a voice. It makes me wonder if that's what they'll do or if they'll still make it like this dark, shadowy, three-headed dragon figure that doesn't really have anything else going on. You know what I mean? Like Vecna at least like has an identity and has
Yeah.
like something to prove while
I
I
don't
just
know. I
wonder if
feel
like
like
this
we've
big
already
bad.
I think this big bad is just the Mind Flare, right? It's always been the Mind Flare. And in the end of season 1, it's the Mind Flare. It's season 2.
Mhm.
That's what he is haunted by and seeing. It's a piece of
Yeah.
the Mind Flare that didn't have anywhere to go when it left Will, that is the villain in season 4. So, or in season 3. So I think it's going to ultimately end up being this Mind Flare. I just think it's going to take the shape of that. And I think that would work for me, because if it takes the shape of a dragon just to fight the kids, that is fine with me, because I feel like the Mind Flayer already is a villain. I feel like the Demogorgons are villain. I don't think they need to be able to necessarily talk or have
Okay.
a sentience to them, because I feel like they already do.
Mhm.
But that's just me.
What do you think about the California plot line in season 4? Like the stuff between Mike and Will, maybe even Nancy and Jonathan.
It's okay. They needed something to do. Get rid of
Right.
the kids. I think some of the moments are really good. I think when they're in the pizza place and she's in the container and all that stuff is so good. When they're just
Yeah.
kind of driving around, that's kind of my least favorite points. Like,
Sure.
every time we cut from what was happening in Hawkins, it was a little less interesting to me. And I still liked it, even in Russia. Like, I remember sometimes in season 4, I'd be watching, they'd switch from Hawkins to Russia. And then after 5 minutes, I'm like, all right, I'm enjoying this. But my first initial thought is like, no, go back. I want to see what's
Right.
going on with them, because that is where it is the most it coded. It's the kids solving the mystery of what is happening and going and putting their lives on the line to save the town. And that is
Yeah.
what's hitting for me so well.
Yeah. The main group that's in Hawkins that is in the haunted house is easily like the strongest part of the show for me.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
I think I like the stuff with Mike and Will's relationship as friends, and you see that like Will is like closeted himself, so he kind of like admits how much he cares about Mike, not like just as a friend, but as something more. But yet he knows like nothing will happen. I think that stuff, especially it tying with his brother Jonathan and just them reconnecting in some
I
way,
like that.
those are
Yeah,
nice touches. But
I agree.
in terms of like the actual driving force of the plot to
Yeah.
get to those points, I'd agree that those are like the weaker parts. But
Yeah.
character wise, there is some good stuff sprinkled in
You
there.
know, it's funny. I also love everything going on in Hawkins, but I also think the basketball jock star Chrissy's boyfriend being their like main antagonist up until they eventually fight Vecna is a little weak. And it's like, bro,
Yeah,
calm
I
down. You're
agree.
talking about murdering other students because the girl, and I think part of that is because we don't really see him and Chrissy interact that much. It's just like one scene at the beginning in the basketball game. They like flirt, and he's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, she just mentions it, she would never. Like, it's like, all right, they didn't build up their relationship enough that I think his motivation fully feels that way. But there's also a point where it's like, is this so it coded that it's kind of Vecna forcing this to happen and forcing him to be as crazy as he is. I think there's a little bit of that in there, and I think that's what their intention was, but I don't think it hit quite the
Yeah,
same myself. But again, I do
I
want to say
agree.
though,
Yeah.
I do think I thought, and I don't know if you're gonna agree, I thought Joseph Quinn as Eddie. There are times I'm like, I don't know if this character is what the show needed overall, especially in the beginning. But I think he gets so much better. And I gotta tell you, I think Joseph Quinn very clearly in quite a few scenes acts far and above over everyone else. And I think it actually does show there's a reason he's blown up in the way he has. There are some scenes where I was blown away by his performance. When he is just cowering by himself when the jocks show up, I was legitimately like, he's terrified. Like that is to me on par with when Will is screaming in the bed in season 2. Like it was that good of a performance. And there are
Mm.
sometimes he was talking to the other actors and the other characters, and I just felt what he was saying and everything he was feeling was more emotional and just overall a better performance. I truly, and it's not just because I've defended him a little bit more over the years, because I know a lot of people didn't love that he blew up compared to a lot of actors, but I really think it shows in Stranger Things season 4 why. I think he really steps up, and like when his death is really hard hitting, when he's like, I didn't run this time, I've been running the whole season. He runs and runs and runs. What's all we watch him do. I think it's very impactful. And I think the worst thing season 5 could do is have all these actors have lied to us and have him come back. I think you keep him dead.
Yeah, he needs to be dead.
But
It's a double-edged sword for me. I mean, I have to agree that yes, when you are watching season 4 and some of the stuff Joseph Quinn is doing in this season, it is like above what everyone else is doing. I can't deny that. I just think it's one of the problems with the Duffer Brothers where they introduce too many characters and it becomes overstuffed. That being said, I think part of it with that performance is that obviously like he is acting his butt off, but I also wonder how much of it is the other actors being settled in their roles, like they know how to hit the beat with their characters, while Joseph Quinn probably had something to prove. That being said, I also could see it being where Joseph Quinn is like the superior actor, and everyone's like, let him act in this
yeah,
part,
I mean,
let him do
I
the
think you
thing.
can argue what you just said for any season. Like you could argue that Max and Billy seem so much better because the other kids have now settled into their role. I think
Yeah,
I think
fair.
it's because Joseph Quinn is that good. I mean, there's a reason he is getting roles. Like there's a reason for that. I mean, I think I was
Yeah,
blown away by some of the stuff he was doing in that season. I mean, I was legitimately like, sometimes I got to be honest, sometimes some of the performances you can tell it's like, all right, that's a little cheesy. It's not
mhm,
cheesy dialogue, it's not anything. They're not delivering this line the best
yeah,
that they can. And I
yeah, totally.
and there are so many scenes with Joseph Quinn that I was like, he is knocking this out of the park. Like it is just not even close. How much I said it out loud to Autumn a bunch of times. I was like, it is so clear how much better of a performance he's giving right now than everybody else.
And I think in Hollywood, I mean, while we have seen many examples of actors that like get hyped and then it doesn't like come to fruition, there is a reason. I do think there is a reason why you see trends in actors becoming bigger because casting directors or just directors in general do see the talent. They do see like the trends of like who is becoming or will become like the next big thing. I think Joseph Quinn did fall into that category. I think it was probably evident that this is like one of those guys that will get work and will keep building up his
Yeah.
cred to where we're now seeing him blow up the way that he is. Like, and even uh uh what's a good example? Like the guy who that stars in Avatar, I forget his name now. Like he like popped off, but he didn't quite get very far with it
Hollywood
outside of
pushed him.
Avatar.
They were trying to
Yeah.
make him the next big star, yeah, and
Yeah,
it didn't
and it
work
didn't
out.
work as outside of Avatar at the time, but we have seen him come back and like
Yeah.
show his chops. Like he has done great work
Oh, yeah.
beyond that.
And I think
So that is part of it as well.
the
Yeah.
comparison everybody makes to, Dacre Montgomery too is I think people forget that season 2 of Stranger Things and his big budget Power Rangers movie, where that kind of felt like he was maybe going to become a mainstream star and Hollywood was pushing him, came out in the same year. Stranger Things
Yeah.
wasn't first, and he didn't get seen like Joseph Quinn and then got roles. And Dacre's been very vocal about how he doesn't love the Hollywood system and that he kind of took a
Oh.
step back on purpose. So I think people need
Oh,
to
okay.
remember there's a little bit different. And Joseph Quinn is not from the States, and I believe Dacre is an American-born actor,
Hmm.
and like acting is very different overseas compared to here, and the way they view it in
Yeah.
the theater and all that. So
Yeah, totally.
anyway, but yeah, next week might be a little harder to film. But is there anything else you want to do? I want to get you to your football game here, pal.
Let's just talk about a random movie that we saw this past week. For me, it was Batman Returns. I logged that onto my Letterbox because I was able to see it on the big screen. For some reason, it was showing at Regal one random day,
Love it.
so I checked it out. Not my first time seeing it, obviously, but every time I watch that movie, I grow to appreciate it more.
It's a great one.
It's so dark and horny and funny. Danny
Tim
DeVito and
Burton
Michelle
is.
Pfeiffer are awesome as the villains. Yeah, just a very tonally off-putting movie, but yet like some of the themes of like uh corporatism and politics, just some of that ugly underbelly stuff works very well in the movie for me. And there's even like some fight scenes that age pretty well, I'd say. Like there's some cool stuff in that movie. Very fun to rewatch
Nice.
that.
Um, I'll talk about on Letterbox. I watched The Green Mile for the first time.
Oh, how
Uh,
is that?
I was enthralled.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours, Kyle. I couldn't put it down. Instead of doom scrolling at the end of the day, I had my laptop and I was watching the movie. It did take me 2 days to get through because I stayed up late the first night watching it. I wasn't going
Hmm.
to put it on when I had time to myself. I put on another movie instead. And then I was like, okay. And I've been in a little, since Stranger Things, been a little Stephen King wanting a little of that. But here's the craziest thing to continue the Stranger Things talk. I also wanted to see it because Frank Darabont wrote and directed it, and he is one of the few directors that just has had the weirdest career. And he is directing 2 episodes of the final season of Stranger Things. He's doing episode 3 and 5, and he has
Hmm.
publicly been on the premieres talking about how incredible it was to do that. He is such an amazing storyteller. I think I'm kind of bummed he didn't direct more episodes of Stranger Things. Like those episodes are the ones I'm the most excited for because I think Frank really is one of the like forgotten iconic directors. I mean, he casually made a movie people argue is the greatest movie of all time in The Shawshank Redemption. He's made
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he's made 4, but I can't remember, but I know for sure 3 Stephen King adaptations with The Mist, which does have goofy CGI but is very good. The Green Mile blew me away, another Stephen King, and then The Shawshank Redemption. And
Yeah.
he has The Walking Dead kind of hurt his career because he did season 1. He wanted to go in certain directions. Huge
Really?
thing. Oh yeah, he was all about season 1. He wanted to do The Walking Dead for the rest of his career. He wanted to do it
Wow.
forever. He loved the idea of The Walking Dead, and he fought with with AMC so heavily that they blacklisted him, and a bunch of the actors that are in a lot of his movies that he worked with over and over and over um, asked to be killed in The Walking Dead earlier than they were going to be because they were so upset with how they treated him.
That's
Um,
crazy, man. I had no
yeah,
idea.
and that's a big reason he did the Walking Dead, and then he directed a couple episodes in a show called Mob City, and hasn't done anything until Stranger Things. In
Wow.
terms of and he's a great writer. He wrote The Green Mile. He
Yeah.
wrote Shawshank. He's so good, man. It's crazy. I mean,
Wow. I
he
had
is
no
a
idea,
young
Alex. That's
young
so.
director. The Green Mile sucked me in. I could not stop watching. But yeah,
Wow. Yeah, that's one I need to watch.
to end on Stranger Things. Yeah, it's on Netflix. It really
Okay.
it was really good. But yeah. Anyway,
Right
guys, what
on.
did you think? Comment below. Let us know. I'm gonna like, subscribe, and share. And as always, thanks for watching, Mom.
See you guys.
We gotta get you out of here.